No, sir, nothing
There you
you said's
go.
been recorded.
Thank you. Because the quasi-judicial proceeding requires substantial and competent evidence, we're going to require that all testimony be sworn. So I'm going to ask everyone who will be testifying today to please stand, raise your right hand, and repeat the following oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you will give today shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And let the record show that everyone present, including the city officials, has indicated that they will adhere to the oath. We're going to call the cases in the order of those who are here and in the order in which they have appeared. So the first person coming today will be case number 2021-57. The property is located at 1819 Madison Street, Palatka, Florida. The owner being John's Metals of Palatka, Inc. Mr. Green.
In this case, violations are fencing disrepair, and jump tracks and debris from the pictures on the right hand side will show pictures that were taken on 9/7. And the second picture was taken on 9/28.
A little bit upside down there. And for the record, all the evidence that the city will be presented will be shown on the screens there. If anyone has any trouble seeing it, please let us know. We'll try to get you another copy of it. But Mr. Green will be referencing these photographs first. This is the 9/7 photograph.
Yes, sir.
So what is the violation here? What needs to be done to bring it into compliance?
The fencing needs to be either placed or repaired, fitting the rest of the structure.
So is the city code that is cited deals with, I believe he cites section 30-32A1. When it's failure to repair, replace, remove broken fencing, screening, or decorative elements on a development parcel or lot. So is it the tin roof part of it? All right, so what needs to be done here? So you wanted the tin roof gone and the chain link? I mean, what?
So you can keep the fence, you can keep the tin, and just need to replace it with better tin.
All right, so you want them so they're not bent?
Yes.
Okay, and they fit together
Yes,
in one fence? Okay.
The rest of the fence is not.
Ms. Hughes, could you scroll up one? You'll get a chance, hang on. So in this one here, those need to be replaced,
No, so that's still torn, that's still in disrepair.
that there?
Yes.
So what needs to be done there? Just,
Place, repair, place.
so in other words, if he levels them out,
Yes, sir.
fixes the corners,
Yes, sir. That's torn at the bottom, so we probably have to take that off and replace it.
all right. So there's that picture. What else do you have in terms of the fence? And this needs to be, again,
Yes, sir.
similar color,
Yes, sir.
okay? Okay, go back one, please, Ms. Hughes. This photo, that's the same one, okay? And go up the next one. The other way. Yeah, thank you, I'm sorry. Okay, so the fencing situation is basically repair those broken sheets of tin so they're uniform, look uniform and don't have holes and gates in them, okay? Okay, what about you citing for junk, trash, and debris in violation is, again, section 30-32A? What are we looking at?
That's a tire that was taken 9/7.
Okay, what else?
That's the same tire taken 9/28. That was taken this morning.
Okay. Anything in, other than the tire there?
Yes, sir. One more picture, sir.
Okay,
That's on 19th.
of,
19th Street. That was taken 9/7. And that picture the same way that was taken this morning.
so this is like furniture and other debris that's located,
Just
On
it
front.
needs to be removed.
okay. Did you take all the photographs you
Yes,
presented
sir.
to? Did the photographs actually represent the condition of the property and the date in which you took them?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, we have a respondent. Please come up to the mic, identify yourself. And just so you know, we have a record. We're trying to record everything. Go right over here.
All right, I am John Kastner, owner of this facility.
Are you a part of St. John's Metals of Palatka, Inc.?
St. John's.
Yeah, that's the listed property.
John's Metals.
John's Metals, excuse me, John's Metals of
John's
Palatka.
Metals of Palatka.
Yes, sir. Do you own that company?
Yes, sir.
All right. And your company owns the property.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got two violations the city has alleged. One is that the fencing needs to be repaired, and second, that this debris, the tire, and it looks like this furniture that's so forth located on the edge of the roadway needs to be removed.
Okay. I've called the city. First of all, that's not even on my property. I've called the city. I think his name is Ed. the streets
Cutright?
department. I've called probably 20 times. Some people dump that stuff there on the weekend. It's mostly chairs and sofas. I've called and called and called, and I always have an excuse. The truck's broke or some other excuse, and nobody ever comes and picks it up.
Well, let me ask you, I'm looking at this photograph numbered 48 here on the monitor. Is this what you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's not on your property?
No, sir.
Where's your property line?
My property ends at the end of the fence.
So your claim is that city right of way goes to the fence? That's a city road there? And that's what, Madison Street?
Madison Street, 19th Street. Right.
So he's making a claim that that furniture is on the city's right of way.
Before he moved it, it was a junk car there, but
Does anybody have any proof where the right of way is?
Well, I guess not.
Okay.
I've called.
Well, is that a dumpster over there to the left of this
Yes,
photograph?
sir.
What keeps you from just putting it in the dumpster?
Well, that dumpster is for scrap metal.
Okay. And would the city come by and pick this up?
yes, sir.
He says he's contacted the city, nobody will come pick it up.
At least 20 times after the last 4 months. That's how long it's been there. And I see him picking up stuff all around the city, but they never picked that pile up. And at one time I forget his name. He said, if you can get your loader and push it by the curb where we can reach it, which I did.
Well, let's make sure the city offers this service. Does the city do that kind of pickup? Okay.
They've got a bucket truck with a grapple on it. She picks it up and puts it in the dumpster.
Well, I mean, it's there. It shouldn't be there.
That's correct.
Um,
It's ugly.
Well, and again, I haven't got any proof of that. I mean, they paved the roadway. Sometimes there's a distance off the roadway. Sometimes there's not in terms of what's there. Fences aren't always on rights of way because otherwise you've got a dumpster on the city's right of way over there. If your argument's true.
Yet they require me to maintain that. Like when the grass
I'm-
gets so high, I have to cut the grass.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm
Right.
simply saying I'm trying to find whether there's a violation of the city code here, whether there's debris on the property needs to be removed. Well, tell me about the tire.
That's a spare tire off of my loader. It shouldn't be there. I agree with you. I will have it removed today. It weighs 2,000 pounds. It's so heavy.
You get one of those football players out to help lift
No,
it.
I've got a loader there that can pick it up and
But
get it
it's
out.
not easy to pick it. I understand that, but it needs to be removed. Okay, show me the fencing again and tell me what the situation with the fencing is from your point of view.
All right, that fencing was repaired Saturday. Me and 2 workers come over there and repaired that fence, with the exception of the one piece that is leaning a little bit to the right. See,
Okay,
uh,
what
I-
about the red portions?
the red portions were all straightened out and re-bolted to the fence.
When he took this picture on 9/27, which was yesterday.
That doesn't make sense to me because we fixed it Saturday.
Well, he's,
Maybe the dates are mixed up on your report. Is that possible? Because if you stop over, you can see where I put all new bolts in there, all up top.
No, so this was yesterday morning when you got a load. Someone was bringing you a load of aluminum, I think, or whatever. That's the truck right there.
I can improve on our, what we did there. Down the bottom, we didn't put no bolts down the bottom. We just put them on top.
well, here's the situation you're in. I mean, these are fairly fixable situations as far as I can tell. If the fencing has been repaired, then, and again, I don't have any other proof than what's presented to me. The city normally asks for, and I'll usually grant 30 days to fix it. So if it's been repaired, then you need to get Mr. Green back out there and make a finding that it's in compliance.
Okay.
All right. And if it's not, then you got 30 days to fix it before a fine kicks in. That tire needs to go within 30 days. And we've got to make some kind of arrangement to get the sofa and that furniture off the roadway. Now, I'm sure Mr. Green will be glad to work with you and making sure if it's city that they'll do it. If it's not,
I'm sure if Mr. Green calls this, they'll do it. But if I call, they don't, for some reason, they don't want to do it.
well, I'm not going to try to get into, just what, various situations cities and counties have about picking up debris. I will just tell you that it's hard right now to get people to do that. And it's a difficult circumstance. So unless I hear something else, what I'm going to do, I'm going to find there's a violation with regard to 30-32A concerning the fencing repair and the junk, trash, and debris. You got 30 days, which will be on, what's 30 days? October 20th? 28th. So you got until October 28th to get this done. It should be something you can handle fairly expeditiously. If you get it done by that time, be sure Mr. Green gets back out there, contact him, make sure that it's done. If
Okay.
it's done by October 28th, there'll be no fines and this will be over.
Well,
Okay.
that is more than reasonable.
All right.
I've got some pictures. Could I present them? to you?
Sure. And for the record, did you take these photographs?
The place was like a landfill out there. So I went to the nursery, I bought $2,000 worth of trees, planted them, nice. They're all stolen.
Okay.
So I spent another $2,000 and I do it again. They were stolen. But the next time I spend $4,000 and I get the bigger trees. And I had to drive reinforcing rods in all around them and tie them to the reinforcing rods so they couldn't take them out of the ground. That's how big they are today.
Good. Sorry you had some difficulty with that. Did you report the missing trees? If you hand those to Ms. Hughes over there.
Hi there.
Okay. And you
Thank
took
you very
those,
much.
you took those photographs yourself?
Yes.
And they actually represent the condition of the property on the date in which you took them?
That's 19th Street. I just took that picture Saturday.
Was that this property?
Yes.
Okay.
It is all along here. Now that's the front. This is all along the side, right there. All in the pool.
So just make sure you park it on your property, not the city's right away. Okay. All right. You will get the correct address, mailing address is what? Let me sure I have it. It is 1819 Madison.
I'll be sure to get it there.
Well, they had
I
an
believe
official
this-
address, PO Box 1984 Benell.
That's our main yard. We have 9 locations. That's our main.
All right. Just so you know, the city is required by state law to send the notice for this to the official address of record on the property appraiser and the tax collector's rolls. That's what that is. But if you let Mr. Green know 1819 Madison works, he'll send it there also. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Sorry
You-
for the trouble.
No, that's not trouble.
Thank you
No,
for
I know.
coming in.
No, their evidence.
I've got copies.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Our next case is going to be case number 2021-37, property at 1302 Dunham Street, Palatka. And this is Roger Daniel Jr., is that correct? They have the name sometimes transposed. And Patricia L. Daniel, is that correct? Hi, come forward, please. And you sit up here at the podium. And these witnesses have been sworn previously. And this is a violation concerning 2 sections of the building code at the 1302 Dunham Street properties, 30-169 involving building fronts and sidings abutting public streets and areas with weakened wood and paint deteriorating. And also a violation of section 30-32, prohibited conditions and public nuisances, large holes in the roof. Mr. Green?
Yes, sir. Violations, it just said, Your Honor, was weakened wood and paint deteriorating and also large holes in the roof.
And again, for the record,
This is also- this is built-
hang on, all the photographs and evidence the city has will be presented on the monitors. If you have trouble seeing it, please let us know. We'll get you a paper copy of
This
it.
is building 13 of there, it's called Killings, I guess.
What was that?
The Killings, what's the name of the,
Apartment?
this
Northside Village.
Okay, yeah, this is building 13 on Northside Village.
Those are the, excuse me.
Okay, and go back again.
Yes, sir.
So the violation there, the roof has holes in it. Can you see them from here?
Yeah, you see how the other pictures.
Yeah.
I see one over the window to the right of the portico. There's another one farther down to the right from that. Where else? Is there one at the peak of the roof over the portico? You know what I'm talking about? It's like something sticking up there over the entrance door where the posting is. Is that an opening there?
No, so that's what, I want imagine caught on fire, it's burnt. If she strolls all the way down, it's more clearer pictures.
Okay.
I can get it after. Thank you.
Okay. What about weakened wood and paint deterioration in that photo?
In the front of it.
Okay, another photo.
Yes, sir. I have to-
Okay.
go
This
down
is-
one. Yeah, that's the
Oh,
best
goodness,
picture of
okay.
everything right there, sir.
Is this- This the same
Yes, sir.
condition of the property as in the first photo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is a much better photo.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And so what do you want done to the paint once you fix the roof? You got to fix that soffit?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's all to the roof. And this, pressure washer, scrub and a nice even coat of paint on the block side and remove, the roofing and replace it with, material that
Right.
assists
So-
with the structure.
The code requires that the structural and decorative elements visible from a public right of way. So what part of this is visible from the right of way?
The front,
Okay.
and this is the back of the house.
You can see that from the right of way also?
Yes, sir. Well, yes, sir. So I'm going down, that's going down Eagle Street.
And this is which view? Back
This is the
house?
Back of the house, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the entire roof needs to be replaced
Yes, sir.
or repaired.
Yeah.
If they repair that roof, is the city going to come in and inspect the support for the roof? I mean, they
I wouldn't be able to get a permit, and the permit
Okay.
gave the permit, what to come inspect.
All right, I'll make sure they understood that.
We understand.
You're gonna have to have a permit to fix this roof. All right, well, what, okay. Now, this is the back of the house. Does that need to be painted? Is
Yes,
it,
Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
Yes, Your Honor. The whole building needs to be pressurized and painted with a nice even coat of paint.
All right. Did you take the photographs you're presenting as evidence today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do they represent the conditions of property on the date in which you took them?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you inspected the property yesterday?
Yes.
And took the photograph, okay. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Daniel, how are you today? Sorry you're here for this. The city has these photographs that make it look like you need a new roof.
We got 14 buildings and we don't get over half. So
I
they
understand.
really took the portion where we trying to get to now, so
Yeah.
that's understandable. They're not showing you the rest what we've done, so, but that's okay.
They also seem to want to think the paint needs to be
Well,
redone.
that's cosmetic, that's their personal reason, but you know, it's, we gonna paint them all together at the same time. We got 14 buildings, so that's a lot of buildings.
Well,
So let me-
14 buildings?
Yeah, that is possible.
You guys are regular real estate moguls in this town, are you not?
Bless us with it.
Boy, I tell you.
Well,
4 years, 2 years, we got it over half, so.
well, here's the catch. Somebody complained,
We
Yeah,
know.
yeah. we
and
know.
I'm not blaming them. They have a right to complain.
Okay, they don't
And
know
so
what we've been
this
doing.
isn't going to go away. And the city right now
Mm,
is asking for 60 days for you to do this.
That's
Well,
reasonable.
well.
Can you get that done? We're talking about a new roof and a paint job.
No, they
Well,
don't need the
first-
contractors, so I'm gonna let them finish.
First of all, if we go back to the picture there, can we go back to the picture there? First of all, the front part, it shows a lot more.
Yeah, we want you to see.
Okay.
So we waited on the worst feeling.
Okay, that there, what happened with that building there was a fire. We had someone, before all this happened, we had someone
sleep in there, and it was a stock room. And it had, material, stuff like that in there. Fire got out of hand. That's what happened there. But at the same time, out of all of the buildings that we have there, we've been working units at a time to upgrade them, remodeling inside. The outside look a little tacky, but the inside is totally remodeled. Now, what was happening last year during COVID, we had tenants that's, losing jobs, this and that, because everything that coming in, we put it back into the property.
We don't need.
So last year, it got a setback on us. I was planning on getting that building next to get it done, because that's supposed to be what my plans is for that build, is a laundromat in that building for the tenants. So quite nearly, I hadn't been able to get to it because the COVID had give us a setback.
Well, have you been in touch with Mr. Green and Mr. Cutright about this?
No, we met with him one time, but at the same time, that's when we got the letter.
Yeah.
And other than that, we just been working the units trying to get them
And we're
together.
trying to get to that side. This building is on one side that we did, these are one of all sides. So the worst has been there. Everything is remodeled.
Well, here's the situation, just so
Yeah.
you know. The code
Mm-hmm.
isn't at this point terribly concerned about what's going on inside the building.
I understand that.
They're very concerned at this point about what's going on outside the building, specifically the roof
Mhm.
and the paint.
I understand
And
that.
that building, you've got it secured.
Well-
They got plywood in the
well-
windows and the doors are secured, which if you didn't have that,
Yeah.
that could be another
see,
violation.
I
So it's
know.
secured. So what they're saying is fix the roof, paint it up,
Mhm.
then you can get to the inside when you can get to it.
Mhm.
And that was our intention before the COVID kicked in.
Yeah.
That was
Well-
what we were, now this, let me just say something. This was the building, we didn't even own the apartment that he's talking about, this building. We didn't even own it at that time when that took place. It was in perfect condition, no roof,
Yeah, but that
we
ain't-
hadn't bought it then, but that was just the way it is. And he planned on taking care of that.
Well, let me give you another insight. Usually by the time one of these cases gets to me,
Mhm.
it's because somebody got impatient with the process and they're trying to move it along
Yeah.
a little. And so this is their way of saying, we need to move this along a little
Yeah, we gotta
faster.
move.
Moving fast enough.
And
But
right now they want to give you 60 days. So where are you on getting this done within 60 days?
Well, my plans is, I guess the plan is to either we make that look more safety. Either I take the structure down from the top, because I still got to do some wall work, block work.
Get it out.
All right, well,
Now, other than that, it look,
'Cause it won't do
It
good to
look
paint one
unsafe right
building
now.
And all these others are needing to be painted at the same time, you know.
so what's that mean in terms of time?
Oh, we can gut it up, we can
Well,
take it down,
well,
the roof.
hold
Yeah, how can you get the roof down and?
up, honey, hold up, honey. The time frame, what I would say is, what I need to do to that, see, all that got to come down. And then it's got to be some trusses be put back together. Before I can do that, I got to do some block work. I got to have some block work done.
But we're not trying to fix it.
I know you want to look at a time frame, but 60 days is cutting it real close.
Just to take it down?
Well, again, I can grant the city the 60-day time frame because I think there's a violation, there are two sets of violations here.
Right.
All right. And if I do that, it's up to the city to decide what they want to do if for some reason you don't make the 60 days. But let me give you some insight.
Mhm.
I've worked with this both at
Oh,
the
yeah,
county and the
yeah.
city here and in some other counties and cities. The one thing you can't do is keep them uninformed
No.
and not make progress.
Oh,
That's what I was
we
gonna
know
say.
that.
We'll just
Mhm.
work with them constantly so they are
So,
happy with what we're doing.
Here's what we're going to do. And again, that's up to them. They got to decide how they want to proceed. If something's not completed by the 60 days, my strong suggestion would be that there are going to be some permits you got to get and some plans you have to submit. And you probably need to be getting that on the road. So I'm going to grant them the two violations, one for the roof and one for the appearance and painting that needs to be done. And give them the 60 days. There's no fine at this point. The 60 days, Ms. Hughes, is
That would be November, they would need to have November 29th, things completed.
29. So if the end of business on November 29th, if it's not done, a fine can accrue and it will accrue under the order. Now, Mr. Cutright?
You have to be on recording, sir.
Oh, go ahead.
Eddie Cutright, the Code Enforcement Director, and listen to y'all's situation and understanding the work that you have to do. The city will grant 90 days.
90 days?
90 days to get this
I'll look into
process
it.
moving.
Hang on, or give a specific time.
Yes, that puts us in December. Pull it up.
You might get a holiday to give you some extension here. Right before New Year's. It's like on a Thursday or something.
That would be, let me double, that would be Monday, December 27th.
Okay, Monday, December 27th is the last day. That gives you 90 days. And Mr. Cutright has agreed to that. But it's a lot of work to be done in terms of getting the permits, getting necessary inspections once the work is completed. I don't know where you are on getting contractors, but,
Oh, well, he's a gentleman.
all right.
Well, I have sources. all
Yeah,
contractors.
Right.
Let him ask you a question.
So you're gonna get an order signed by me, finding the violation and giving you until December 27th.
December 27th?
At the end of business on that day. A fine would not accrue until the next day. The fine would be $50 a day.
Now,
You really don't want those to start accruing.
We're trying to clarify what he asking us to do, because I don't think we got that cleared yet, because we want to gut it as a shell, that's what you was trying to do?
yeah, if
We-
I
we
just
have a
take the
special
roof
file down there.
completely off
Yeah.
for right now, till we can,
Start making the
that'll,
remodeling.
that'll take it where it won't be hazard to anyone.
We don't want it to be hazardous, and that's.
I mean, just take.
The roof's gotta
roof-
be-
The roof got to come off anyway.
It got to come off.
The roof got to come off. It got to have a whole new roof. So if we take that off, and it just be just a shell.
Is
Then
that suitable?
that's 10 more time to get a roof.
To put on the
on there.
timing, because, you know.
Is this soffit going to get repaired that we're looking at in this?
All
photo?
of that gonna be
Come on,
repaired.
shell it here.
So you're going to basically take from the top of the course
All
of
of it.
concrete up?
Yeah.
and off, okay.
Everything off, the
Nothing-
rafters, the
Yeah.
trusses,
Make it
everything.
safe, everything.
All right, that's number one. Then the painting.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Pressure wash and give a nice even coat
Well,
of
let's
paint.
say pressure, we want to paint all of them at the same time.
Well-
Can we pressure wash?
well,
Now, they're not asking you to replace windows or replace
Uh-huh.
doors
That's
as long as you
fine.
keep the house sealed. They just
Now-
want it painted.
let me say this here.
But it
If,
look odd with
if,
one painted.
let me say this, if we go with me taking the whole roof off and just leaving just the shell, at that time, was it necessary to be painted?
Could we
Or we
pressure
can
wash
just
it?
clean it up so
Pressure
the
wash
peeling of the
is
paint
not
won't
there,
be.
so that's the concern. if we
Both
do
of
it
them
with
at the
paint.
same time.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, we need, for the sake of record, we need clarity of. Yes.
Married
We just-
40 married 46 years, I'm sorry.
Everybody
Well-
clear?
No.
No, I can understand what, I can,
Mr. Green, it's your turn. Tell them what you want.
Thank you.
pressure wash the building and pressure wash it. And you say you want to paint all the buildings the same color at one time.
Well, we got colors that we sorting now.
How about if you take the roof off, shell, and paint it white?
Well, we can paint it white, just prime it, you
Yes.
know, so it'll have a primer.
Would
on it.
priming be enough?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So are we, for the sake of record, are we agreeing that they remove the roof would be satisfactory to the city's ordinances?
No, they say they want more time, so then they're gonna put the roof on there.
Okay, so
Is
what are
the
you
roof to be
asking?
completed in 90 days?
Removing the roof and replacing the roof are different things.
Yeah.
So what do you want within
When
90
you
days?
gonna replace the roof still? And by in the
Well,
90 days?
What I'm asking, if we take the roof off to make it more safety, then would that spend more time at us, getting the building back up than 90 days?
So how long is that going to take?
Well, just like I say, I got some block work I have to get done.
Well-
Before I can even put the roof back together.
Just from my perspective, this is
Yeah.
going to be about days and how
Well,
many it's going to
okay,
take.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. no respect, but at the same time, 90 days, let's say after the after New Year.
Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave the order at 90 days. And I'm gonna let y'all sort it out after that, see what the compliance is going to be, all right? Because right now, he's telling you pressure wash the building, put on a primer coat,
Uh-huh.
get the roof off, and you'd like to see another roof put on it,
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
all
I
right?
like to see.
Now,
another
what he
roof.
does, and you need to stay in touch with him about your progress, because if he doesn't hear from you, he's gonna assume you're not complying, and that
Well, we
fine's gonna
let 'em
kick in.
know. They could have been in on our progress. We've been
Well,
for 2 years.
I
now.
have my own private roofers. All I had to do is give him a phone call. I got a program on my phone. I've been wanting to get him over there to see this because I want to get roof on all
We
of
got
them
other
sooner or
ones.
later.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that there, I can have him come over and do what he need to do. And he'll pull the permit and whatever he needs to do.
Are you renting this property? Is that your plan?
They all rentals.
They're all rentals?
Okay.
They all
It's,
rentals.
it's not making any money in this condition, you know.
Well, that's like I say.
Well,
I put it like this here.
Let you speak. We have plans for it.
He may be helping you out here by
Well,
trying to get you
I
to
put
do
it like
this.
here. At the beginning, this here just came about to us. I mean, it
Drop
wasn't
it
like we were out to buy
All right.
property.
Excuse me,
Tell you what,
sir.
here, we can debate this all day.
I
Here-
don't want to drag out.
We're gonna give you,
long-
you're gonna get an order that says, make the repairs within 90 days. The order is gonna basically assume you're gonna get the roof done. Now, you're gonna have to work with him on if it's something different than that.
Okay,
And by getting the roof done, I mean, replace it.
so excuse me, sir, is it illegal to just to sell it? Why is y'all want us to put it back new when we got other tenants? We got to keep going with their property.
It's a code.
The code said it has to be back
Yeah.
new.
That's not an issue. I can decide that the city's entitled to
Okay.
present a case, and you're entitled to
Well, we'll
defend
work
it.
with 'em,
And they're
if they
entitled,
work
if
with
there's a
'em-
violation, a time frame. They're giving you
Wow.
30 more days than they gave you to start with.
Okay, well, that's fine. long as we
Now,
work
I've got an
together.
address for y'all at 463 West River Road, Palatka.
And that's my mailing address. and
Is that
the
correct
person-
address?
Just mailing address if I get all my
right.
mail.
Very
That'll
good.
be
All right.
fine.
You'll get an order from us and stay in
Okay.
touch with Mr. Green.
Yeah, we'll work with him. Ain't no
Okay.
problem. I wish you had been seeing what we already were doing. But
Keep in mind, somebody complained about this, so
know it.
somebody
We
else is
already know.
watching,
Oh,
so.
yeah, we know.
oh, the people don't like it, what we doing, but that's okay. We're gonna do it right, like by the code. And we're gonna make sure everybody else doing their job by the code. So it's gonna be all good. Yeah. Cause we're really giving back to the community. We ain't trying to make no profit off these buildings. We're giving it to the community. Thank y'all.
All right, thank you very much for coming today.
All right, we'll get together. All right, Ronnie.
Thank you.
You have a great day.
Thank you. You have a good day.
We'll see you when we see you.
Take care, you guys.
Next case, 20-2158, the property 318 North 11th Street, Palatka, the owner Bright Stark LLC. Is there anyone here representing Bright Stark LLC? I see and hear no one. For the record, it appears that the certified mail was returned to sender for insufficient address. The address was 444 Seabreeze Boulevard, Daytona, Florida, 32118. Is Daytona the address on the official, not
Yes, sir.
Daytona Beach?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I have the affidavit for the.
Well, one of them
posting
says Daytona Beach. It was actually, Daytona Beach is actually the name of the city. There's no Daytona, Florida. But the letter indicated non-deliverable as addressed at 444 Seabreeze Boulevard, Daytona Beach, 32118. That's the official address on the
Yes, sir.
property appraiser tax
Yes,
rolls.
sir.
and
This
tax
is-
collector. Okay.
Yes.
And did you post the property?
Yes, it's the affidavit is also where I posted the property.
Very good. Have you had any contact with anyone representing Bright Stark LLC?
No, Your Honor. The thing is that building next to it, someone redone that one and then they didn't do anything to that, so.
All right. Let's go into it then. We have sufficient notice at the correct address with posting and an affidavit of posting. The alleged violations include a violation of section 30-171 of the code, municipal code, for broken windows, Section 30-169 for rotten and weakened wood and paint deteriorating on building fronts and sides abutting streets or public areas. And 30-213, the entryways not being secure as a part of the responsibilities of mortgagees and owners of vacant, blighted, or unsecured structures. Mr. Green, if you would go over each of the violations for
Yes,
me.
sir. In this picture, that's the picture I took on 9/7. As you can see, that one of the doors are unsecured, no door there at all.
And this is on North 11th.
Yes, sir. That's on Madison and 11th.
Is it on a corner?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's
Yes,
the
sir.
other street on the corner?
Madison and 11th.
Madison and 11th. Okay.
This is a
And this
picture
is
I
a
took.
small building. It looks like it was an office to,
Maybe a taxi. I think it was a taxi stand at one time or a gas station. I remember it as a taxi stand when I was a little boy, but
okay.
and that's the picture I took today, same with the weekend.
And so it's got broken windows and you're showing me some photographs look like they were taken on 9/7 and
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
9/27.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Did you take these photographs?
Yes, sir.
Do they actually represent the condition of the property on dates in which you took them?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. All right. So you've got, what do we got? Open doorways,
Yes, sir. That's the
broken windows, and rotten, weakened wood and paint deteriorating.
yes, sir. That's the door that's facing 11th Street.
Great. Is that open into the interior?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. That also makes the building insecure.
Yes, Your Honor.
And broken windows are,
Next.
okay. These also allow entry into the building?
They can be.
What's that mean?
Someone can crawl through the window if they wanted to.
Okay. In other words, you can open them.
No, they can crawl through because there's no glass and nothing there.
Oh, okay, okay, gotcha. So they are open then. Okay, and then the paint deterioration is, it's blue and white and
Yes.
mottled. Is that a
Yes.
fair assessment?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
So if they secure the doorways and the windows, even with plywood, that would be enough?
Yes, Your Honor. And paint.
And paint it a uniform color?
Yes, sir. Uniform color.
Okay. Okay. Is this building wood frame with stucco over it?
I think so.
It's not relevant. I was just curious how hard it'd be to paint it.
I think some of it's block and some of it's
Right here.
wood and some of it's stucco.
Okay. Has this thing got any historic value to it? The building?
It was there when my grandfather lived next door, and then that was 1966, 67, and I wouldn't think so. I don't think so. It may.
We turn a lot of gas stations into other uses in this town, I noticed. I was wondering if this one had any use. All right. All right, there being no one here as a respondent, we're going to find violations of section 30-171 of the city code due to the broken windows which allow entry into the structure, a violation of section 30-213, responsibilities of mortgagees and owners of vacant, blighted, or unsecured abandoned structures due to the doorway, which also allows entry into the structure not being secure, and a violation of section 30-169 due to the rotten, weakened wood, paint deteriorating. Is the front got wood on it? That's what I was asking. Are you talking about the sashes and the doorway?
The wood, the inside, the side, yes, sir, the doorway.
All right. So they need to paint it a uniform color and then to replace the rotten sashes and wood frames and door frames.
Yes, sir.
The city has requested I will grant compliance date within 30 days, which is November 29th.
November 29th, sir.
And a fine of $75 a day shall accrue in the event of noncompliance beginning on November 30th, 2021. Okay. Next case, 801 North 11th Street, case number 2021-57. Property is owned by Mary Liu, L-I-U. Is Mary Liu or anyone, Lou, or is it Liu or Lou? I can't,
I was imagining
or anyone representing her here today? And there's, for the record show, there is no one present in response to the call. And let me look at Notice requirements, please. Hang on. Looks like the official address of record is 808 Southeast Moberly Lane, Bentonville, Arkansas, 72712. Green card was not signed, it appears, and property was posted. Is that correct, Mr. Green? And you'd have the affidavit of posting included. Have you had any contact with Ms. Lou at all?
No, sir. No, Your Honor.
Do you know if anyone in your office has had any contact with her about this?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, we've got 4 violations, a violation of section 30-32A of the city code due to large holes in roofs, soffit and fascia and disrepair. Section 30-171 of the code due to broken windows. Section 30-169 of the code due to building fronts and sides abutting streets or public areas with rotten and weakened wood and structural deterioration. And section 30-170 rear and side walls with paint deterioration. All right, Mr. Green, show us what you have in terms of evidence.
This is the front of the building. And this one, Aaron. This is the front of the
Okay,
building.
okay, back,
This is
don't
11th
feed away. Go back to that one again.
This is
all right.
11th Street.
So what am I looking at here that's a violation?
That's a
Just for the-
picture of the house. The next one is when the photo started.
And what I want you to do is just articulate for the record exactly what violations you see in that photo.
The broken one is an overgrown grass from here.
Okay. Is there, can you see the fascia? Or
Well, in this
roof
picture you can.
damage there?
Yes, sir.
Where's the roof damage? On the upper right-hand side of the, okay. What about rotten, weakened wood, structural deterioration?
It's on the next picture, Your Honor.
Can't see that right there. And paint deterioration, what's wrong with the paint?
It's on the next picture, Your Honor.
Oh, you've got a better picture?
Yes, sir.
All right, show me.
That's the broken windows.
Okay,
That's where the paneling is coming off.
okay, and you see underneath the 2 panels, what are those 2 panels made of? Are they
That's
vinyl?
10, that's 10 roof. Roofing 10.
Okay. And then the rotten wood is under that?
Yes.
Okay,
And then that was taken the 7th. The next picture was taken yesterday. Same.
and this shows deteriorating paint?
Yes. The broken windows.
Is this on the front or the side of the rear?
This
of
is the
the-
front. This is the front of 11th Street.
Okay. This is, okay, closer picture, and on the bottom right-hand side, that's the same picture we looked at previously?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, next.
This is the side of the house. This
Right.
is Eagle Street. The paneling, the whole wall is gone. You can see on the inside of the
Okay,
house.
that's a missing wall there. And is a soffit gone on the roof? Across the top?
I couldn't tell if one was there or not ever.
Okay. Should there be some?
If that's the structure of the house, the way they built it,
Is there roof damage on the upper right-hand corner though?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, next. Which view is
That's
this?
a picture. That's a picture I took on the 27th. The one before that was taken
Okay.
the 7th.
Again, showing deteriorated paint, roof damage.
Yes, yes, Your Honor, getting worse.
Okay, next.
That's the roofing damage. And the rotten wood, that's the front, that's the 11th Street view.
Okay, next.
That's the picture I took yesterday, same.
Okay, this will go up to picture 38.
3B.
Is that 3B or 38?
3B.
3B. All right, looking at from the side. And go to picture 4. And this is which side of the
It's the
house?
overgrown grass. That's the backyard compared to the front yard. All of it is the same. Had a kind of like a hard time taking pictures because of that, all that. That picture was taken on the
So
7th.
is this, can this roof be repaired without replacing it? What's the city want done?
Either replace it or repair it. I think the roof can be repaired.
All right. I'll leave that to your professional judgment. And the paint just needs to be made uniform
Yes.
with the walls repaired. I'm looking at
Walls,
this
they're
picture
gonna have
number
to-
4. It looks like a wall's missing.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. They're gonna have to, repair the paneling on the side of the house to where it matches the rest of the structure of the house, and then give a smooth, even coat of paint on it for the whole house. And fix the holes, repair the holes, in the roof. Either replace the roof, or repair it.
So what we're looking at is roof needs to be repaired, if not replaced, but any soffit and fascia in disrepair needs to be repaired or replaced. Broken windows need to be replaced. Can they just be covered up?
Yes, sir. They can cover it up with plywood.
And then the rotten and weakened wood and the structural deterioration on all sides of the house need to be repaired, replaced. And the paint needs to be freshened on all sides of the house.
It's a nice even coat.
All right, you took the photographs you presented today as evidence,
Yes, Your Honor.
and they accurately represent the condition of the property on the date in which you took them.
Yes, Your Honor.
Based on the evidence and testimony, we're going to find violations of section 30-32A of the city code due to the large holes in the roof, soffit and fascia and disrepair. A violation of section 30-171 due to broken windows. A violation of section 30-169 on the front of the building and sides of abutting streets or public areas due to rotten and weakened wood and structural deterioration, and needs some paint. And also section 30-170, the rear and side walls of the structure due to deteriorating paint, which needs to be repainted. We'll find a violation shall be cured within 60 days, November 29th.
Yes, sir.
By the end of business on November 29th. In the event of non-compliance, a fine of $50 a day shall commence on November 30th. And fines will accrue until compliance. We'll get an order at the official address. Anything else on that one?
No, Your Honor.
All right, very well. Last case, number 20-2154, a property at 1700 Eagle Street, Palatka, Florida. Owner Richard Bernard Williams Jr. Is Richard Bernard Williams Jr. present, or anyone representing what Richard Bernard Williams Jr.? And seeing and hearing no one, we'll go through the notice requirements. I see the green card was not signed at the address of 1010 Olive Street, Palatka, Florida, 32177. Postal Service tell us why they didn't deliver. They didn't say. The 1010 Olive Street, Palatka, Florida, 32177 is the official record on the property appraiser and tax collector's rolls.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you posted the property in accordance with state statute.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you have the
Affidavit in
affidavit
there.
of compliance with posting.
Yes.
That is included in the record,
Yes, Your Honor.
all right? I see that there are 5 violations alleged, section 30-169, building fronts and sides, abutting public streets or public areas due to rotten and weakened wood and structural deterioration. Section 30-32A2, prohibited conditions and public nuisances, overgrown grass. Section 30-32A10, prohibited conditions and public nuisances, holes in roof. Section 30-169, building fronts and sides abutting public streets or public areas due to building deterioration. What's the difference between 1 and 4 here? And I'll let you get to that. And then section 30-171, windows due to broken windows. But you got 30-169 on building fronts and sides abutting streets, rotten and weakened wood, structural deterioration, and then you have building deterioration. Let's see if they're different. Show me what you have for the violations. You got
That's
some
the roofing.
photographs?
Yes, sir. That's the roofing for, picture was taken, 8/10/2021.
This is photograph one.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
So this is a tile roof,
Yes, Your Honor.
terracotta tile roof?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does it just sit on a wooden support base?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Doesn't have insulation in it or anything? It's
No,
an
sir.
old roof.
Yes, Your Honor.
I haven't seen those in a long time. Those tiles are valuable.
Mhm.
Heavy, they're very heavy also.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
This is the same picture taken on yesterday, well, Monday.
all right.
The roof is still the same. See the high grass?
All right, so this
This
roof,
is the other side of the house.
okay,
See the hole in the roof from a different angle. And this is the same spot taken Monday. These are the broken windows.
okay. It's picture three.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Hard to see there.
And the
With
3B.
picture 3B, are there more windows
Yes,
broken?
the same windows broken. That was taken Monday.
Okay.
That's a mildew.
Is this just the discoloration on the paint?
Yes,
that
that's
mold?
mildew. That's mold and mildew.
I presume that's not an adequate electrical service to the house, but,
I hope not.
okay.
Mold
Is
and
it-
mildew and overgrown grass again, all the way around the whole house.
You're looking at picture 4B,
Yes,
okay? Picture 5,
and this is a better picture of the overgrown grass and how high it is to almost to the roof of the house. And that was taken 8/10,
okay, next.
and it's the same way, if not higher.
I see where you've got the overgrown grass that needs to be mowed and maintained. I see we have holes in the roof. I see the broken windows. I want to go back over charge number 2 and charge number 4 dealing with, I'm sorry, charge number 1 and charge number 4 dealing with 30-169. You've got rotten and weakened wood and structural deterioration. And is there a difference between the two charges?
Yeah, they could go into one. I go with, I'll go
Okay.
with one.
Okay, so what we're looking at, and these are
The
building fronts and sides of budding public streets. So we're looking at the front of the,
Yes, this is the front of the house, is Eagle Street.
so it's, show me what the deterioration here is.
The
Okay.
fascia of the,
And we're back to picture 3B.
yes,
Yes, sir.
So what are we looking at here?
the fascia up there, see the rotten wood. Along
Okay.
the line right there, see the empty
All right,
spot
so
right there.
just under the roof,
Yes,
like the fascia portion, soffit portion? Is that correct?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, show me some more.
That's right there again. That's a door frame, and right above it is the fascia.
Okay. All right, yeah, okay, you need to describe something for the record. Just running the pictures doesn't give the record anything to go on. So what are you looking at in 1B as deterioration?
The fascia on the wood and the roofing coming down.
Okay.
The fascia right there with the rotting wood.
Okay.
And again,
Okay. Spoke about this
All
one.
right.
there's a door frame and all that rotten.
Back to
coming.
3B. All right, so what we're going to do, based on the evidence and testimony, we're going to find 4 violations. A violation of section 30-169 involving building fronts and sides of budding public streets or public areas, rotten and weakened wood and structural deterioration, mainly the soffit and fascias underneath the roof areas. Section 30-32A of the code prohibited conditions in public nuisances due to overgrown grass which needs to be cut and maintained. Section 30-32A10 prohibited public conditions and nuisances, holes in the roof. And section 30-171 of the city code due to broken windows. The respondent shall have 60 days from the date of today's hearing, which will be November 29th,
Correct.
in order to comply with the requirements of the order. In the event of non-compliance, a fine of $125 a day will commence on November 30th, 2021. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right. That concluding our agenda for today, we shall therefore conclude these proceedings. It is 2:37,
Thank you.
2:27, excuse me. All right,
All right,
we
let me
off?
get this printed out for you. Just gonna shoot them through the printer.
Yeah. Do you want it? Do you want me to sign it today?
Yes.
Yeah,
please.
let's do that.
Okay.
On the last one, you cited the front, not the sides. I didn't say anything about it, but you cited the front, not the sides. So next time, if you want to get the sides, you got an ordinance that looks like it covers the sides and the back, but put that in and separate it out. Somebody might bring that up as a distinction with regards to what's going on. Are these two people going to fix that building?
It's actually, I'm like checking everything, making sure. I'm closing everything. The,
Yes, I can still hear you.
yes, thank you. That's
Okay, perfect.